my name's Nick Best and I'm Managing Director here at Astranti and also the author of the video series on how to pass the Management Case Study exam. And I've got a little clip for you from that video series. This particular clip focuses on the role of planning and, more importantly, why you must plan your exam. I do find that a significant number of students make a clear decision not to plan. Some people just go into the exam, right, there's the question, I'm just going to start writing. And they don't even think about planning. But quite a few others make the decision, no, I'm not going to plan because I'm going to waste time and it is a time pressured exam. But it's a big, big mistake. And so I'll leave you with this little clip that goes through some of the reasons why you must plan your answer. Here's the clip. One of the keys to passing this management case study exam is learning how to properly plan your answers. And yet I struggle sometimes to actually convince people of how important this is. In fact, what I often found, and have found over the years, over the 18 years that I've been teaching CIMA and teaching people to plan their answers, that in a physical class where I've been physically teaching people, show them how to plan, spend quite a significant amount of time on planning, come back the next day, people do a question, and the percentage of people who have actually planned that in the way that we discussed the previous day is probably less than 50%. It's probably less than half the room. And what I really want to do in this video is convince you to be in that 50%. For you to be one of the people who decides, yep, I am going to plan, because actually planning is critical to passing. I do remember one student in particular, and this student was a very bright student, and he was, unlike in the picture, it was a he, and he was very good. He worked for one of the big four accountancy firms. Very bright guy. He'd been on my course and we'd done 3 days of the course and we'd talked all about planning and how you plan and why you plan, and he'd gone away. Had a kind of week in between, and then he and the rest of the class came back for a question-based day. And a question-based day was basically we would do a question, then I would debrief that question. It would then get marked by an external marker while we'll actually be in another room, and then whilst the next question would be happening. So basically it was questions throughout the day. Each of those was being marked as the day went on. Lots of debriefs. Brilliant practice, actually. A fantastic way to get good, because there's no doubt in these written-based papers, which this one was that practice is really critical to your exam technique and approach, and actually, to be honest with you, to practice your planning. Anyway, we got to lunchtime and we'd got a couple of his results back from the marker, and both of them were failed, and quite badly failed. And he came up to me and we sat down over lunch and we started looking through his scripts to look at what the reason was. And there was no structure to his scripts. It was just kind of waffle, and off he went, talking and talking and talking. He wasn't applying his pieces to the scenario, so it was very theoretical in nature. There was no structure, no headings. There was a complete lack of focus. And I just said to him, can you show me your plan? Because it suddenly occurred to me that these were all the characteristics of people that really don't plan. And he said, well, I decided not to do a plan because I thought that 10 or 15 minutes at the start would just be a waste of time and I'd be better just to get the points down. And I looked at him and he looked at me and I said, well, we spent all that time planning on the course. There's a reason to plan. And the reason to plan is structure, it's focus, it's application to the scenario. It's about getting the whole focus of your answer right, so that when you are writing, you're writing the right things in the right way and you're managing your time effectively. So we had the afternoon still to go. He did 2 questions that afternoon. Both of them he didn't just pass, but he passed with really good marks. And the difference was that he'd spent that bit of time up front planning, preparing, structuring. His answers had focus, they applied to the scenarios. He then went on, of course, and passed the real exam with flying colours. but it was a nice example for me of why planning was so important and really demonstrated the benefits of that. Okay, so I'll stop the sample just there. I hope that's given you a little bit of guidance of why you must plan. The rest of this video goes on to give you a whole load of other reasons and a lot more guidance on planning before the next video in the series actually gives you a step-by-step approach to plan. So you actually go through one step, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and you do that every single question you practice. So on the day of the exam, it just becomes natural. And planning is a natural part of what you do. You can do it really quickly, and you can head into your actual writing with that plan created. And in fact, if you do your plan well, where you do it actually in your answer, the plan become the heading, so you definitely don't lose any time at all. So doing a really good plan is a really, really useful way of ensuring that you pass this exam. So this is just one small clip out of over 10 hours of video, and the 10 hours of video is just one small part of our whole course guiding you to pass this exam. You can buy the videos alone if you wish, or you can come on our whole course, which includes detailed industry analysis. It includes an ethics guide, and ethics is so important in this exam. It comes up a lot, and I've got videos on how to pass that and a whole range of practice questions on how to pass ethics questions. What else have I got for you? We've got 2 live masterclass days where you go through with the management case study tutor who will guide you through the pre-scene and what it takes to pass. You can ask questions, and they're live, all online, so you can be anywhere in the world for those. You can watch recordings of those if you can't make it live. We've got mock exams for you to practice. We give you really detailed feedback on those mocks, and a whole load of other stuff as well. Forum to ask questions. It's really our focus on our course is getting you through the exam. That's what we're there to do, and we're there to help you and support you in any way we can. So please do come on our course. If you just really want to know what it takes to pass, then just buy the tuition videos. You can buy all our materials separately. You can buy our mock separately, the ethics pack separately, come on the masterclasses separately. You can pick a mix if that's what's right for you. You can kind of lower the cost that way, where you just pick certain things out of the whole course, to keep those costs down. So you can do that as well. A lot of flexibility. Just visit our website, www.astranti.com, where you'll find the full details of our course.